Hi, I'm Graham Williams, and I'd like to welcome you to the first video podcast at grahamwilliams.ca. Today we're going to take a look at the Kobo eReader. Now, Kobo is a company that sells books online, and they've actually created this eReader device. It's based on some existing eReader hardware. Now, an eReader is essentially a place for your digital books. You can buy digital books from Sony, you can buy them from Amazon, you can buy them from Google, you can buy them from Kobo. And you'll be able to download these books to your device and read them on the e-ink screen. Now you may be asking yourself, what is e-ink? E-ink is a revolutionary new technology that uses very little power to produce a paper-like effect on a screen. It only uses power when it changes from screen to screen or from page to page, which means that your battery life on something like a Kobo is about 2 weeks or about 8,000 page turns. If you contrast that with, say, Apple's iPad, you're looking at about 10 hours of battery life on the iPad because obviously it is an active display device, and every second that it's on, it's using power. It's a good reading experience, but it's not quite what you're going to get on an e-reader where the screen is very much like paper and it's very easy to read. So what does Kobo have going for it? Well, first and foremost, it's very easy to hold. It's thin and light, quite a bit thinner than what you'll find in, say, the Sony or Samsung e-reader. Because the device is plastic, they have actually given it a quilted back. It's soft and smooth, it's easy to hold, and it is quite grippy. You put it down on your lap and it's not going to slide around like, say, the Kindle or, again, the Sony e-reader. It is a 6-inch screen, so it's a little bit larger than what you'll find on some other e-ink devices. And it has very few buttons. So you take a look on the front of the device, you'll notice that there is the directional control on the front, which will let you navigate up, down, left, and right, and the center is actually your OK button. On the side of the device, you'll notice that there are 4 buttons: home, menu, display, and back. That will let you navigate through your library, pick the book that you want to read, and read. The last thing that I really like about Kobo is the price. When you take a look at the Amazon Kindle and, say, the Sony e-reader, Kobo comes in at roughly half that price. It's clear that the folks that made Kobo are more about the reading of books than they are about the extra gadgets, so great job there. There are some bells and whistles, though. One of the cool features about Kobo is that it does have Bluetooth built in. Now, if you've got a BlackBerry smartphone, you can pair your smartphone with the Kobo device. What that means is you can actually use the internet connection on your phone to buy books on the go. The average person, I think, out there is going to be buying their books through the software on their computer, but should you find yourself somewhere with nothing to read and you've got your BlackBerry smartphone with you, you can find something a little extra on the go. There are some pitfalls with the Kobo. It's not a perfect device, and one of the things that I don't like about it is the software. Currently, the Kobo software will let you synchronize with your Kobo account, and if you buy a book, say, on your smartphone, or if you buy a book on your computer, you can transfer it that way to your Kobo device. You do also need to use Adobe Digital Editions, which is not exactly a smooth piece of software to use. It is cumbersome. You do need Adobe Flash to install it, and it is designed for digital rights management. Now, if you do have ebook files that don't have DRM, or if you don't know what DRM is, it will take care of it. The one thing that I did find to be a bit of a pain in the butt was that you have to have the Kobo device connected before you start the software. If you start the software first, it's not going to see your device, and you have to unplug it, shut the software down, and start all over again. Maybe a little bit nitpicky, but it did bother me. The other thing is that the device is a little slow. If you take a look in comparison to some other e-readers out there, they will change pages in about half a second. The Kobo is almost twice as long as that. It is roughly around the same time that it takes you to turn a page, though, so not a huge deal. The last thing is no WhisperNet, and if you've got a Kindle out there, you probably know what I'm talking about. WhisperNet is that feature that lets the Kindle buy books anywhere. It uses a 3G internet connection that's just sort of always on, and when you go to buy your book, it downloads it instantly and you've got it right on your Kindle. That's a feature that pretty much everyone else out there, Sony, Samsung, and again, Kobo, don't have. The Bluetooth feature with BlackBerry, if you do have a BlackBerry smartphone, does make up for that, but it's not perfect. So I do have to mark it in the against category. At the end of the day, I like Kobo. It's thin, it's light, it's inexpensive, and it's about reading books. I think if you're a big fan of reading, you're going to love the Kobo. It's a device that you will want to take with you everywhere. There aren't a ton of accessories for it right now, but I think going forward you're going to see some neat skins, you'll see some neat cases, and personally, I just know in my own life I'm going to be reading more because of this device. So, if you live in Canada and you've been thinking about getting a Kobo, if you visited Chapters or Indigo in the last little while, you probably had one shown to you, I would recommend it. So that's me, Graham Williams, signing off saying, go get a Kobo.